brilliant reimagining and ode to Star Wars. Almost interchangeable because of the high quality here. Great graphics and world building with the environments, the costumes, the epic score. I personally loved the flashback moments because they gave that really nice storytelling element. Without having to do exposition, or it's a creative way to do the exposition. And I thought the fight sequence was really impressive. I loved it. I was really impressed by the scope of the story that they fit in a 30-minute format. And there was quick pacing, but never felt rushed. So some blockbusters could definitely borrow a few tips on how to keep momentum driving and fit a full story into not 3 hours long.
I like the traditional intro with the text and titling to set up the story. A great opening scene with the Jedi sequence in action, and the sound and the special effects were excellent. The hologram, I enjoyed that from the Alliance. That was nicely done. And just the concept of the super weapon built by the Empire, the blood crystal, good story. Or for the robot, nicely designed. My goodness, that was real. And the good exterior landscape that they used after landing. And that old factory, the interior, the exterior, had the look of everything that we see in the Star Wars movies. I liked how the two Jedi stood on the hill, and in the background, you could see the three moons or the planets. That was just stunning. And I liked the flashback memory action. It was very emotional. That really tugged at me. And I thought that was really, really well executed.
This reminds me of the third film of the entire series, which is the third film in the prequel. And in this scene, it is a story about the rise and fall of someone. That's the elemental twist of it all, is that the person that we find ourselves rooting for inevitably becomes the villain himself, which is very much along the lines that we're familiar with when it comes to Anakin becoming ultimately Darth Vader himself. So we get these elements, we get this, that sibling history that exists within the Star Wars universe. This is a brother versus brother storyline. We've got the Sith, we got the Jedis, we got this whole experience of this world, and this world is put together, quite phenomenally. Like, I'm quite genuinely surprised how believable the Star Wars world that they have developed for us. So it really does kind of hone in on this aspect of filmmaking and, the production design, the locations, the costumes. These are all very intricate pieces that can really make or break a fan film, especially with someone that has such a strong following than Star Wars itself. Who's going to be nitpicky about those things? They absolutely are. And what did they get right on the money here? Those things. So I think, as someone who is familiar with the Star Wars universe but isn't a ultimate fan of this experience, for me, I still enjoyed it. I still picked up different things, and overall, I think they did a really great job.
I thought this was a great fan film, a really great plot, really drew me in, and I thought the effects were good and the makeup was good. I thought it was a very interesting plot, and the writing sounded really good. I really liked the evil brother. I don't know. That actor just drew me in with his character. Everybody did a great job. He stood out to me. Really nice on the flashbacks too. I loved the flashbacks being in there. Really nice lighting. And I loved the fight scene between the brothers. That was the best scene in this film. I thought it was just really well done. Really intense. Wasn't sure what was going to happen. So really great.
We have this excellent costume design and sound effects. I like the multiple moons scenery. I love that effect. Their fighting sequences, as well as the visual effects, like the hyperspeed or the holograms. The script is deep and very aligned with a true Star Wars story, with deception, destiny, talking about the dark side, the tantalizing nature of the dark side, the internal dialogue of right and wrong, and fulfilling prophecies. It has a bit of everything. It was brilliant. And then we have these outstanding special effects all through the movie. I love the lightsabers and the explosions above everything.
I mean, I can tell that this location, they probably used the time for scouting because, like, they try to find the location that speaks like apocalypse or something dystopian, and it just says things like that when the aircrafts, spacecrafts like landing on the ground, and we get to see like how Han Solo and his companion need to get away from like in that space. And there's the story like seems to have like a backstory, like there's like a flashback into like his childhood life, and it's kind of add like depth in the characterization of Han Solo as well. And another thing that needed to be pressed like here is the start sequence. uh the special effect it's like this one is actually like in this space, like the characters like in this aircraft in the spacecraft and kind of talk to like teleporting with another character, and I feel like it's really well done for that sequences. It looks real, it looks like they're in the craft like themselves, so it needs to be praised for that one too. Overall, like they have a good theme. It's kind of like a new story for Star Wars, so it sounds different from any other Star Wars fan fictions that we might know about that before.